All right, we live. Let me know if everybody can hear me. If the quality is clear. I'm working on the quality, man. I'm gonna get good better quality very soon. Working on that. Let me know if everybody can hear me. Anybody who jump in the chat, let me know if y'all can hear me, man. Coming from the Urban AI page, before I get into this, I released some content about Draco the Ruler on this Urban AI page. I want y'all to check that out, man. Check out that content that I made about Draco the Ruler. YG released a new record. You know what I'm saying? I am a big hip hop guy. I talk about hip hop a lot. So y'all check that out. Draco the Ruler, YG story is on Urban AI. Interesting story there. Y'all check that out, man. But this right here is gonna be on the secret book page. We're gonna get into the Pentagon UAP or sightings that we've been seeing. All right. If you look at, these Pentagon files and, on the playback, anybody watching live or on the playback, y'all let me know if y'all seen these files as well. All right. It's some similarities in all of these different type of sightings. The most sightings that we seeing are orb shaped objects. All right. Have y'all noticed that? The military, civilians, scientists, all type of people have cited seeing orbs. All right, y'all let me know if y'all notice that pattern as well. Cause we getting a whole lot of information. We get we getting a whole lot of information. New documents was released, I think, yesterday, not too long ago, or sometime later last week. All right, a lot of documents, a lot of different sightings, a lot of different alleged scenes of unidentified aircraft in the sky. So it's a lot of different things to choose from, but for whatever reason, I'm seeing orbs a lot, and they're probably the most recognizable UFO shape that we've seen. Now, that's something that I thought. That was a thought that I had earlier. So I went to Chat GPT and I wanted to see how accurate that was. So, of these Pentagon files, of all of the sightings that we've been seeing, the sightings that we've heard about, all right, 39% of them have been orbs. 39% have been orbs or some type of potato shaped aircraft. 39%, all right, that's a good amount. So, what exactly does this mean? Does this mean because we're seeing the same shape, that shape is undeniably connected to some type of extraterrestrial living being or outer space deity? I want y'all to let me know. Because when you look at these reports, that is the thing that pops out to me the most. All right. We also heard about these same mysterious orbs accelerating and decelerating at unnatural paces, at unnatural rates. We've heard about a lot of shit with these orbs, man. All right. We've heard about them, you know, connecting to other orbs, coming up out of the water, connecting to other orbs. I did some content on that. All right. We've been seeing a lot of orb activity, shit we've never seen before, shit that we've never heard before. I've never seen this before, y'all. I've never heard this before. All right. Why is the government deciding to release this information now? That's the question that I have for people out there, people in the live, people who gonna hear this on the playback. What is the reason for the government releasing this information now? We also got video of some, and I've never seen this before. I don't know how old this video is. It could be a couple years old, could be a couple of months old, but it is official video. The video is a orb hitting, or excuse me, a rocket, some type of missile hitting the orb, and the orb is just bouncing off. If y'all know the video I'm talking about, let me know. If I decide to repost this video and edit it, I'm gonna have it on the screen for y'all to see. All right, it's an orb moving pretty fast on some type of radar, look like a military radar of some type. The missile hits the orb and bounces off. That brought me to another question. And we're going to get back to the orb thing because it's more there. But that video brought me to another question. Has the military, has the government tried to engage with whatever these things are? All right, why would you shoot an orb at it? Or excuse me, why would you shoot a missile at it, at this mysterious orb? Why would you shoot a missile at it? Did it do something threatening? Did y'all sense or witness it doing something threatening or it doing something out of the ordinary? Because I haven't seen any videos of any other type of artillery attack or any type of aggressive behavior towards any of these things. That's the first one that I've seen. Is that video real? I'm not sure. Y'all can let me know. I believe it was real when I seen it. Am I 100% sure it's real? No, I don't know. And listen, man, this whole disclosure thing about the government hiding things from the people of this country, I'm not going to say I agree with that 100%, but I think we all know that there is information that if people knew, it may do more harm than good. I want to say that first. But with that being said, when you have situations like this where the military is engaging with these things and shooting at them, you got to let the people notice. You got to let the people notice. If you're just monitoring them and you're seeing shit, you're watching, it's just a surveillance operation, then yeah, you keep stuff in-house. I get that. But any type of engagement, when I see y'all shooting shit at UFOs, that's concerning. That's concerning. I know it's been rumors about Galactic Federation. All right, and I'm gonna do a whole episode on that. But allegedly, people believe that that's real. That's a real thing to people. I don't know if it's real or not, but allegedly, we've already made contact with outer space entities. I've even heard that we're conducting business with them, with technology. What do y'all think about this? How much sense does that make? Who would be representatives of America if that was the case? All right, if these orbs, all right, and I believe the government to a certain extent. These Pentagon files, I do believe those. So let's just say they're real, right? For the sake of argument, let's say they're real. What is going on now? Why are they flying so low? Why are they? It seems like it's kind of blatant. It's a lot of blatant intergalactic shit going on right now. It's a lot of blatant aerial shit going on right now. I want y'all to let me know, is this good? Is this bad? 39% of these sightings have been orbs. Are these orbs the source of some kind of power? Are they vehicles? Are they futuristic vehicles? That's also what I heard. That they're futuristic vehicles. We know, or let me not say we know, but we have witnesses who say these same orbs came out of the water. Is there entities that have vehicles that can travel seamlessly on the ground and in the water? It can hold the same shape whether it's on the road or in the water. It don't got to change. It don't got to take nothing off. It don't got to shift into nothing. It can fly or maybe even go on the road. Obviously, if it can fly, it can roll or maneuver through the water. Is that what we dealing with? How is the whole disclosure thing going to you? How do y'all feel the government is handling this? I'm not so sure. I'm not so sure. At first, I thought it was a good thing, which it is. Don't get me wrong. I feel like this is a good thing. But the more stuff that they release, I can't help but to think that they're hiding more. They must be hiding a whole lot more. They must be hiding a whole lot more. Some of these images and videos I've never seen before, ever. Good quality. They are good quality. I was one of those people who always question the quality of UFO stuff, strange sightings. Why is the quality always messed up? Why is the quality always bad? This quality is kind of clear. Clearer than it's ever been to me. And I think that's on purpose. All right, I think that's on purpose. I think they have very clear videos. I think the grainy ones are always the ones that come out. We seeing some pretty clear stuff, man, now. This could also be some type of camouflage tactic. Is it a camouflage tactic? I had somebody who I was speaking online with doing some research about orb objects in the Ethiopian Bible. Could these be angels? All right, y'all know I've done content on this before, angels or aliens. All right, I'm even thinking about creating like a mini series just around that, because we can go real deep with that, and we're not gonna do too much tonight. But I did some research with help from somebody else who also is into content like this, and we researched orbs, any type of things related to orbs in the Ethiopian Bible. Now, what we found, just some small similarities, nothing crazy, just some small similarities. Listen to this, all right? In the book of Enoch, angels are frequently described as shining, radiant, glorious, brighter than the sun, clothed in light, and most of the time, angels' appearance is so bright that you could barely look at them. Okay, does this say orbs floating in the sky are angels? No, that's not what I'm trying to say. That's not what I'm trying to say. What I'm trying to say is, from what the Ethiopian Bible described, and that is the foundation of my channel. Okay, whether you decide to believe it or not is your choice. Whether I decide to believe it or not is my choice. But that's the book that I reference my content from. And that book described angels as glowing entities, emitting light brighter than the sun, radiant light, glorious light, blinding light, pretty much. Is that what these could be? A lot of times, a lot of stories that I read about interactions with angels, most in the book of Enoch, whoever was witnessing this did not know what they were seeing at first, or it took them a minute to focus in and know what they were seeing. The first thing that they described, though, was light. In pretty much every encounter, there was some type of light, bright light, blinding light. I'm just giving y'all the facts, man. I'm just giving y'all the facts. Could this be some type of connection? I don't know. I want y'all to get in the comments. Let me know what y'all think. All right, because I'm hearing people, some people are having not so optimistic views about these UAPs. Some people are saying they spirits. Some people are saying they demons. Are demons associated with light? I'm asking. I want y'all to get in the comments and let me know. The first option about the angels is what came to mind when I read about light. So that's what I was digging deeper into. That's what I was, that's what I was kind of getting my feet wet with, the idea of them being angels. I didn't research demons like that. Maybe I'll do that for another show. Are they associated with light in any kind of way? Because we know for a fact angels are, again, the same type of descriptions all over the book of Enoch. Even Ezekiel described angels as flashing fire, lightning, crystal-like brilliance, glowing amber, and one time he describes living creatures surrounded by intense radiance. So all of these come back to bright light, which is a lot of what we're seeing. That is a lot of what we're seeing. We're even seeing some type of shape-shifting anomaly that was recorded more than once. What do y'all think? What could these things possibly be? Is this a good thing? Is it a bad thing? I want y'all to get in the comments and let me know, man. Now, moving a little bit deeper into this, because nobody knows what's going on. Nobody knows the origin of these orbs. Nobody knows really what they are. Not too long ago, the government spoke about interacting with beings, all right? Tall grays, Nordics, reptilians, mantoids, all right? Could this be a craft or some type of vehicle for any of those five? Would that make sense? All right, again, I know we're going a little bit left with this now, but I told y'all what I believe. I believe it could be an angel or something associated with light. I know that's very vague. That's because I don't have a whole lot of information on it. It's just a light. All right, I'm just telling y'all my thoughts. But I want to know, could it be tall grays, Nordics, reptilians, or mantoids? Is that a possibility? Could these things be coming and going as they please? That's the question that I think the country deserves the answer to that. Are we interacting with stuff on a daily basis? Because that's what it seems like. To me, it seems like these entities are coming and going. Maybe they're doing business. I don't know. Does that mean that the government has to be aware of the business they're doing? Maybe they're using the planet for something bigger than we can even imagine. They could be stationed underwater and they need our oceans. All right. If they have advanced technology, we're never going to be able to catch them red-handed doing anything. Now, if the government doing things behind the scenes, if they got things that they hiding, which I'm sure they do, that's different. But from an average, everyday guy, I don't see a world where there's not more behind these orbs. Like, they're not just random floating lights. I'm hearing people saying different things. I'm hearing people saying they're GPS tracking instruments, or their balloons, or their drones. All of them are drones. Some of these things are moving too fast to be drones. Some of them are moving too fast to be anything explainable. That's just my opinion. That's what I think. Y'all can get in the comments and let me know what y'all think. All right. Didn't want to stay on here too long. Just wanted to discuss these UAP orb files. I just had to, talk about this for a little while and get some other people's opinions. I know I'm gonna have somebody in the chat who feel a little bit different from me. Maybe most people gonna agree with me. Maybe they will, maybe they won't. But either way, I think everybody has some type of idea about what these things are. Do we have the same idea? No. But this isn't a coincidence. I don't think it's a easy explanation for all of these things. Every single one of these files in these Pentagon documents, there isn't an explanation for every single one. Like, oh, this was a balloon, this was a drone, this was a piece of debris, this was a piece of a military jet that got caught in a glare. No, there's no way each of these things are coincidences, or it's just a misunderstanding. Basically, there's no way that these are things that are easily identifiable, and we're just not able to identify them at this moment. Okay, I seen one where a guy, he was in a jet flying right beside something. He, over the radio, he basically said it's a UFO. If I'm flying in a jet, I should never look to my right or my left and see something that I don't know what it is. That is very disturbing for me as a civilian of this country, knowing that a guy so many feet up in the air flying a jet and is seeing things that he don't know what it is. Why don't you know what something is up that high? With all the technology that we have, this country should never be in a situation where we see something moving that fast and we don't know what it is. That's a problem. That's a problem, at least to me. All right? But I want to know, what do y'all think? Pentagon, UAB orb files. So much is going on right now. Is the country reaching a higher spiritual level? Is the country reaching a higher spiritual plane? I want to ask that. I want to introduce that question. Is that a reason why? Are these things coming because they feel more comfortable interacting? When we read the Ethiopian Bible, when we read ancient texts, ancient books, they speak about the open relationship that extraterrestrials or people from other realms or quote unquote outer space or just the sky came down and had relationships with mortal people. Are we moving back to those days? Are people's consciousness raising up to where more intelligent life is seeing our spiritual roots get stronger? I want y'all to get in the comments and let me know. What do y'all think about that? Is that even a possibility? Because sometimes when I read the Bible, the Ethiopian Bible, the King James version of the Bible, when I read the Quran, all of the religious books that I read and I study, when I read them, it seems like spiritual activity has died down as time has went on. Is it time for it to ramp back up? Is the country, is the world reaching or heading towards some type of spiritual awakening? Is that why we're seeing these things brighter than ever, clearer than ever, better than ever? I mean, some of these videos, the things was flying so low, it's almost impossible to call it bullshit. It's right there in front of your face. Now, when shit is far away, shit is way up in the sky, I understand that. What up? My boy Swift just entered backstage.
Yo, yo, yo.
Yo, Swift, what's going on, man? I'm
Not a
actually
whole
about to
lot, brother.
I'm about to end the show soon, man. I was only gonna be on here for about 30 minutes, bro. But have you been watching, man? Do you know what I'm talking about?
No, I don't. I'm not up to speed.
Okay. I'm gonna get you up to speed real quick, man. I'm just, it was more Pentagon UAP files that came out. And I'm just seeing the word orb constantly in a lot of these things, bro. And I just wanted to, and I just wanted to get your opinion, any of the viewers' opinion. What do you think this all means, man? All the stuff that's coming out, do you think it's good? Do you think it's bad? From the government first, and then secondly, what do you think it is? What do you think these unexplained glowing orbs are?
I don't know what they are. If I'm gonna take an educated guess.
Right.
Um, some sort of experimental shit that they got going on. Some experimenting with something.
And that's the
Um,
government experimenting.
Whether it be the government or a private person that's just super rich, but
Mm,
sometimes I put both. They come hand in hand, right? Like if you're super rich and you're very powerful, you can buy government, right? So you'll be able to buy your politicians and be like, hey, can I do this? Even though you're not supposed to do it, you got somebody on payroll. You know what I'm saying? They turn their cheek.
right, right.
Which is one of the ways that I look at it, and the other one is this all good or is it bad? You're gonna get both of both sides, man. You're
Hmm.
gonna get a little bit on both sides. For some people, it might work. For others, it may not.
Do
It
you
it
think
uh huh.
do you so you think these are man-made things? You don't think has anything to do with any type of extraterrestrial things?
No. I think it's in my opinion. I think it's definitely man-made. Um, I don't think it's right, like interstellar
Hmm.
beings,
Hmm.
or it could be. I mean, it could be, right? Who knows? But my educated guess I would
Hmm.
say no. I would say no.
And you feel like you said this is a you feel like this could be a private person, not the government testing technology, but
Yeah, this could be a
like a
private
billionaire or
person.
something.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
Mm.
We got a ton now. You know what I'm saying? We got
Mhm. Mhm. Mhm.
Jeff. We got Bezos. We got Bill Gates. We don't know what they're really up to. They could be up to no good, or they could be up to experimenting things, right? To see what if
Mhm.
I'll tell you something. This is going to sound a little crazy, but sometimes people do a little evil to get good at the end. I'll give
Mhm.
you I'll give you an example.
Mhm.
Let's say somebody is uh um shooting up a mall, right?
Mhm.
And you got a clean shot, but there's a family in the way one of them might get struck. One of them. Sometimes you got to take that risk, right? For the better good, right?
To
Maybe if
stop
you if to
anybody
stop
else
the
in the
shooter,
mall.
yeah, from dying. You might get one casualty. You might get one casualty, but
Mhm.
overall, instead of 20 people dying, you got one.
Mhm. Mhm.
So I don't know. It's it comes hand in hand. Like if it is something for the better,
Mhm.
fantastic. If it's something for
Right.
the worst, uh man, all I can do is hope Godspeed that we can get out of the mess.
Yeah, no, that's a fact. But see, I asked you that before. See, I wasn't really clear on you. So what you saying? You feel like this is a human, just a powerful person doing this. That kind of switches it up a little bit. Or even if I get you. You said you don't know, but just asking you from that angle.
Hmm.
Let's say that's the case. Would
Okay.
would the government classify this as UFO? Are you saying they don't know either, or are you saying they in on it too?
Ooh. I would say maybe the higher ups within government
Mm-hmm.
might know the truth,
Mm-hmm.
while others are still going to be pawns, right? They're going to be pawns in the chess game.
Mm-hmm.
They're not all going to know kind of where this is going. A lot of people, you know what I'm saying? It's easier to fool somebody than convince somebody they've been fooled. You see
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? So like
Mm-hmm.
for humanity, like the higher ups within government and stuff. Okay. 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 They know where, like, what the ultimatum and what the conclusion is with what they're doing. But
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
uh, hold on one second.
All right.
But I do believe that not everybody, it's not everybody's out to get everybody, right? Like
True.
some people,
True.
that's a bad way of thinking. People like, no, everybody's trying to do evil, and everybody just wants to see the planet,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
corrode on itself. No, but I think we're just gonna see a lot of changes here very soon. We're gonna see a lot of changes. It could be good for bad. It could be bad for good. The only, time will tell.
Right,
But
right.
do you believe that it's where do you think that this is coming? You think it's extraterrestrials?
I for right now, that's probably the number one thing. It could be some type of technology that people don't know about, but just from these specific Pentagon files, and I'm gonna do more research of stuff outside of this. That's what it seems like to me. I even seen one where they shot a rocket at one and it just like bounced off. So it
Like
just
like a missile, like a
yeah, yeah,
missile.
yeah, yeah, yeah. They shot a missile at one of the orbs and the orbs just bounced off, which is gonna bring me to my next question. Do you think the government has contacted these? Now, if the government is just watching, I understand them keeping secrets. But if they're shooting shit, which that's the first thing I thought, like, bro, why are you shooting a missile at this? Did it threaten you? Did it have a weapon? That's what the people should know. Do you think the government is interacting with shit like this?
Um, um, if they're shooting something at it, they don't know
Mm,
what it is.
okay, okay,
That's
and
my
I understand.
because
And,
they're
and
not going to allow people. They don't want people to die under their hand. Like you,
right, right.
right? If they're shooting at it, they're concerned. What the heck it is, right? What
Hmm.
is this? What is this? Is this a threat? Is this a
Hmm.
threat? That's what they're going to look at. Do you think by any chance it could be another, like, for example, right? Let's say, you think it could be like China's government, and the rest of the world doesn't know, right? Like they're working on something that we don't know about.
Possibly, yeah. I mean, that's definitely a good suggestion. It definitely could be that. I mean, the type of technology that they're talking about, it does seem futuristic, but it does seem something that we could probably do. If not, we could be able to do in a couple years. So
But so the missile, let me ask you this: is it like you said it like the missile like bounced off it?
yeah, man, it was like a little bit of sparks when it hit it, but it really didn't do no damage, bro. It just and I'll send the
Hmm.
video, but it just like sparked like a little bit of flames. Then that shit just bounced off, man. And I mean, it was on the news, so I'ma assume that it's real.
Do you think it's like the Iron Dome or the Golden Dome? Have you heard about that by any chance?
Yes, the Iron Dome, which shoots down. I mean, I don't know
Did it
because
look like
that's
that? Have you seen the
no.
Iron Dome in effect?
Yeah, the Iron Dome shoots stuff though, right?
Yeah, it hits the missile coming, so it
Right.
becomes a collision in the sky.
Yeah, this didn't shoot anything. It just the missile just bounced off of it. It just continued to fly the regular path it was going. This shit just bounced off it. And it's
Do
just
you
like
think it's something magnetic? Maybe are those missiles made out of metal, iron, or anything where it could?
I'm not sure, man. It was like a night vision type of so I couldn't really see the colors or the but it
Where
was
was this? Where was this? If you don't mind me asking.
I forgot, bro. I forgot. I
But
had never
U.S.
seen it
right?
before, but I don't want to. I mean, it was on the United States news, but I
Okay.
think the video might have been maybe like 2 or 3 years old. I'm not because I've been looking at a lot of stuff, but the
Gotcha.
fact that it was on the news, that's what got my attention because I was
And,
like, I don't think they would put a fake video, and I'm not, and they could be lying. I mean, I'm not saying
and
that.
you're talking like a major news network, right? Like CNN or MSNBC. That's who showed this, right?
Yeah, or it might have been. I don't think it was a local news. I don't think it was local news, but I'll double check. I mean, I have it's in my history, so I'll send it. But um, yeah, bro, that shit just that
Interesting.
kind of yeah, that kind of threw me off, man. But the this whole war or let's go back to the idea about and we can wrap up in a couple minutes.
Okay.
The idea about you saying a single person is testing this stuff out. How, and me and you spoke about Elon Musk not too long ago.
Uh huh.
Let's just say for instance the whole space exploration stuff, could that be gearing up for some type of intergalactic travel that's going to be forced, or is it do you think that ties into this in any way?
Yeah. If you it's funny you actually bring that up because I've seen um I would say within the last 10 years, right? I've seen everything so much so as movies,
Mm-hmm.
cartoons. You see it, everything's about space.
Right.
Space. They're putting it in your head at all costs.
Mm-hmm.
Um do I think this is going to happen? I do. I don't want to take the biblical trend course of this that
Mm-hmm.
to defend my position, but
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna say whether it's demons, whether it's ET,
Mm.
aliens, something's gonna come into this realm.
I agree.
Okay, whether it, like I said, I don't want to say something on based off biblical standpoints, but
Mm-hmm.
even as much so as an extraterrestrial,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
unidentified spacecraft that we've never seen, technology, something's gonna happen, and the
Mm-hmm.
world's gonna see it.
Yeah, I don't know what, but this just it don't I don't think this is a coincidence, and that's what I was saying before you came on. It's just I don't believe this is a coincidence. But you spoke about being biblical, so let me ask you a question related to that. Do you think Elon Musk is on some Tower of Babel shit with SpaceX as far as trying to go somewhere you're not supposed to go? Cause he has the resources to do this, and me and Mervin seemed like he didn't like he has the resources to do that. What do you
Okay.
think about that?
I'm gonna be real with you. Elon Musk, the type of person that he is, really smart people, Steve-O, they seem not to believe religious beliefs, right? My mom's an engineer. She works with a bunch of software engineers. These people, they're really smart. Okay, these
Uh,
guys are geniuses. They're most of them are atheists.
right, right.
Really smart people. They seem to go towards the atheist road more than others, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, if Elon Musk, I don't think he's doing something based off anything biblical. Like I really, if he's doing it out of like what? How can I put this?
Yeah, no, yeah. You
Like
know, he
he's
doing it in
doing it
vain. He like, yeah, no,
in
no,
vain, in vain,
yeah,
in
yeah,
vain.
yeah. That's what I
Exactly.
mean. He may not even know that story,
That's
but
what he may not even know that
do
story. You
you
see what
think
I'm
he
saying?
about to do? This is what I'm asking basically. Do you
Mhm.
think he about to do something that humans aren't supposed to do? He
No,
trying to go. Okay, okay. So
no,
you don't think
no.
he's trying to go out of space? You don't think he's trying to live on Mars? And if so, are we supposed to be doing that? Cause it seems like they're coming here, right?
They are from what it seems, right? They're getting closer to home.
Right, closer, closer.
They're
Let me say
getting
that,
closer to
closer.
home. Um, if they do, if like, because he has the resources to do this, right? If he manages or finds a way to get the heck out of here, I think they're gonna do it just because they know something's coming. Like,
Mm-hmm.
for example, if you were Elon Musk right now, and
Mm-hmm.
you're the richest man on the face of the planet, and you got right SpaceX, you got this stuff, whatever, whatever. If NASA called you and said, "Hey, we got a ship that we don't know what it is and who it is, and it's heading towards Earth. It'll be here in, let's say, a year.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say at the speed it's coming, it'll be here in 1 year." What would be do you think it would be wise to tell humanity?
No, it wouldn't. And
It wouldn't, right?
no,
Because
no, no, it
it
wouldn't.
could cause mayhem.
Right, right. Yeah,
They
that
kind
would
of have to
be
keep it on the hush.
right, right. That wouldn't be
That
something for
doesn't mean
everybody.
he's evil, though. I don't think that makes him evil. It's just like I said earlier. Sometimes you got to do a little evil to get the better good. If you tell everybody we got a spacecraft coming this way and we don't know what it is, if your government's telling you that, imagine you
Mm-hmm.
as the general public. You're going to be concerned. You're going to be like, "What? What do you mean? Are they going to
Right,
blow this place up? Are we
right,
in
right.
danger?" People got kids and stuff. It creates panic.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So I
That's
think
an
they would have
interesting
said it.
angle to
Mhm.
make content around.
Yeah, if you have children and stuff, you're gonna be scared. You're gonna be scared. You're gonna be
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
concerned. You want to know what's happening, right? Because you want to
Right,
keep your
right.
family safe. But Is it better to, when it comes, everybody acts surprised, and you know what I'm saying, or um, because like you don't think these people got a plan B, Steve-O? Like I know if they don't manage to get out of here, Elon Musk got to have a bunker underground that's like made out of titanium or something.
Yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure. And what I was thinking was maybe he's using SpaceX to maybe not necessarily move, but to be able to go back and forth and do shit there, come back, do shit here, go back, do shit there. That's what I think. I don't think they're gonna completely abandon Earth. I think it's to just travel at their leisure. Do you think those laws are against God? Because I know, and I'll keep bringing Mervin up because he is one of the people I had these early conversations with.
Hmm.
And I'll just give you an example. He's somebody who feel like God don't even think people should go out of space or just go out of the world. Do you think he's breaking? I've heard other people say that too. Do you think he's breaking some type of cosmic law, or by trying to just go as far physically away as
No,
possible?
no,
Yeah, I feel you.
it's not even in the Ten Commandments. So
Yeah,
that
yeah.
the Ten Commandments being right, like the most, like the most, the law of God in which you should probably hold most value, like the
Mm-hmm.
hold the most power. But there nothing within that is you leaving the cosmos or anything.
Mm-hmm.
Um, you know, and and once again, it's okay for people to, like I said, a lot of people that are very smart. I really want the viewers to get a hold of this because
Mm-hmm.
there's a difference between being educated and being knowledgeable, right? Having
Right.
knowledge, right? People like Elon Musk, Bill Gates, people that are like that, they usually don't have religious beliefs. It
True.
to them reading the Bible is like reading a Harry Potter book.
Right. Right.
Because they don't think that way. They think logically. They don't think,
Mm-hmm.
a dragon with six heads and stuff like that. They think that's fantasy,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
right? Um, so they could be doing things and not knowing that they're doing something evil. Let me put it that way. You get what I'm
Mm.
saying? Like there's people
Mm-hmm.
that think
Mm-hmm.
AI is the Antichrist, or that it's this.
Right. Right.
These people may really, in their mind, think that that's not the case. Like, you know
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? Like, what are you guys
Right.
talking
Right.
about? Like that's a Harry Potter book. You guys, what are you even saying?
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
that could more. I would put my bet more on that than anything else.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying? My
Yeah.
sister, my sister right now works at a company, and she uses AI every day. And I said, "Do you think it?" She's like, "It helped me. It helped me in her job. She does marketing and sales, but
Mm-hmm.
she's like a spokesperson or whatever. She used to have to set up all of these like meetings and stuff like that. AI does that all for her now.
Yep.
So for her, she's like, it does a lot of it helps me in what I do.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, if somebody like we were talking about the other day, if they get laid off or something, maybe go back to school and try to be like a tech, something
Right.
that you can fix the you got to go with what the world's moving forward towards.
Right.
If
Right.
right
Be
to
like an
keep to,
administrator over an
an
AI
administrator do
system or whatever.
exactly a tech. If the AI goes down, you tech support
Right. Right.
something that you're gonna so you can ride the wave.
Right.
Don't get mad and say the world hates me. All of you guys hate me. You just want me to suffer. And no, but
Right.
update yourself. Update yourself. Go back to school. You might not even have to go long. Maybe a year.
Yeah.
Right? Just do a couple
Get it.
courses.
You could get a certificate at certain stuff. You know what I'm saying? But if you want to go to school, you can, or you could get a certificate, then go to school, or get a
Yeah.
certificate. You can get licensed for stuff, man. Like,
Brother, I know somebody right now he's got one, I think he did a year and a half in cybersecurity, right? He's making 90.
yeah, that's
It's a,
gravy.
that's good. That's fantastic.
Hell yeah.
But I don't think that we should I, let me ask you this. Do you think this change or these things that are to come, like the like extraterrestrial encounter or something, do you think that'll happen in our lifetime?
It it's funny you asked me that. The analogy that you said about the ship, I think something like that could happen. I feel
Sure.
like I feel like by the time, if me and you live till we, and I'm gonna push it, for content purposes, if we live till we 75, bro,
Okay.
that's a very realistic situation that the president could come on the news and say, hey, in the next 20, 30 years, something's gonna be here. We don't know what it is, but we have the technology. It's coming, it's headed this way.
Hmm.
So we're gonna start, whatever they feel they need to do, counseling classes, alien awareness, I don't know.
Anything
But
to get the speed. Yeah.
right. So that's realistic to me. 10 years ago, I probably would have said no. I ain't even gonna lie. I'm not up here to lie or
Uh huh. Propagate a false
yeah,
agenda.
nah. 10 years, I probably would have been like, nah. But all this stuff that's getting released, bro, that's a very real scenario that you said. That's why, the whole, aliens coming out the clouds right now. No, bro, that's,
Hmm.
I'm not so sure about that. But a scenario like that where you know, it's a more slower moving thing where we see them far out, they coming this way, and we can prepare. Which hopefully that's the case. That's a realistic scenario.
Yes, yes. At the age we're at now, to hit 75, it's like 40 years.
Right.
In the next 40 years, that's very plausible,
I
right?
think
That
so.
something come into this atmosphere, into this, into this realm, and us not know what it is.
Facts. And even just the time with even stuff that's happened years ago, they gonna tell us more. So it's just more alien shit is coming in
But I
general.
have a good, I have a like a the master question to this. If this were to happen to this event,
Hmm.
if that were to happen, right? Do you think it would kill all religious beliefs? If
It
something came from out of the cosmos into this atmosphere, would it negate any religious standpoint that people had for the history of time?
Yes, and that's the main reason they're keeping it from people too, is because of the religious uproar that it's gonna cause. That's
Yes.
one of the that's that big of a deal that's one of the main reasons that
They
the
would,
government is
yeah,
keeping it
uphold.
away.
They would
That
uphold the facts to us.
Yes, that the hysteria and chaos that would cause, religion would be a huge part of it. Of course, people would be physically scared of aliens, but some people would break down, bro, because they would lose their religion right there on the spot, and they
They
probably have
devoted
been
they devoted
right,
their whole lifetime to this religion.
exactly, and and
Hmm.
and to see something that they didn't expect, which don't mean their religion is not true just because that happened, but just
Hmm.
for
Hmm.
them to see something
It
like
would
that.
definitely pop a question mark in their head.
Yeah, right.
It would, and
So
I think
yeah,
everybody. I think everybody.
for sure. I
I
mean,
have some crazy information though that I can share.
go
It's
ahead. We
not long. It's not
yeah,
long.
yeah. We got about 12 minutes left.
Okay. When I was working at Disney World,
Hmm.
there was a 50-year anniversary at that time or whatever, and they did something special. And in the sky, they made like a dragon out of like holographic lasers or whatever, and it looked impressive.
Hmm.
It looked incredible. I had never seen something like that before.
Hmm.
Could this happen as well? Like, let's say they make a spaceship out of like lasers or holographic images or like you know what I'm talking about? Stuff that you've seen like on Star Wars or those
Right.
sci-fi movies
Like
and stuff.
CGI type shit.
Yeah, could that be as well? That could be as well. But then I follow back on what you just said about that missile hitting something and it bouncing off. They would only be able to fake it to a certain extent, right? If you
Right,
launch a missile at a hologram and the missile goes straight through it, people are going to be like, "Oh, well, that's a fake."
right. Now you saying if they did this with holograms, you said the
Mhm.
government would be doing this to trick the people. That's what you're saying?
I wouldn't say to trick people, but uh, uh, to get something passed, whether it be a law, whether it be
Hmm. Okay,
something,
okay.
yeah,
Or
somebody's
maybe as even a
winning,
distraction of
or
some type.
maybe even a distraction, right? They could be
I
doing
could,
some.
yeah, I could see that if they other people like we were speaking about earlier, other people would have to be in on it. People who could prove it, misprove it, like Elon Musk,
Mm-hmm.
Bill Gates, people like that who could, see, have the resources to see if it's the truth or not. They will have to be in on it. But yeah, that's possible to yeah, that's possible too. They could do it that way. They could
Mm-hmm.
put once I seen remember when the Tupac hologram, and that
That
was
looked
how long
real,
ago?
brother.
That
It
looked
looked
real as fuck.
real.
And that was longest that shit still look real today.
Yes,
So something in the sky, they definitely could,
they could
if
do
it's
it. They
something
could
real
do it.
quick, yeah, for
Mm-hmm.
sure, for sure, for sure.
But I mean, I have researched lately, and they have apparently, I'm saying the people that they've put on here to make these claims are people that have the access to this information, being a research scientist, rocket engineers, right? Like
Hmm.
space is. They have, if you haven't seen this, they recuperated a craft that crashed in Arizona,
Hmm.
and some people came, they grabbed it, and they drove off with it. Right? Nobody knows where it went. Nobody knows what it is. But
I didn't
something,
see this.
it's called Roswell.
Okay, that sounds familiar. I didn't know a
Okay.
craft was involved in that.
Yeah, a craft was involved, and it crashed in the desert, like right in the middle of nowhere. And they grabbed the pieces, and so there's stuff out there that we don't know what it is yet, for sure.
And the
I
people who grabbed it was never identified? Or you saying the government
No,
grabbed it?
I'm gonna say government, but it could have been like
Okay,
a third
okay.
party, like a third. I would assume
Somebody who
I
was in on it grabbed it or knew what was going on grabbed it? That's what
maybe
you're saying?
so,
Okay,
maybe
okay,
so,
okay.
but
And
I would
just
assume
retrieved it real quick.
retrieved it. My
Okay.
guess would be if it were to be anywhere here in the U.S., it'd probably be in Area 51.
Hmm.
Right? Nobody's really has access to that there. We don't know what's in there.
Hmm.
Apparently they hide a bunch of technology and stuff there. Now, could it also be, Steve-O, do you believe that we have technology that's so advanced that the your typical human would say that it's an extraterrestrial? Like, let's say a flying saucer. Let's just say, as an example.
Maybe. Maybe, probably. I know I heard something about somebody, a
Do you
lady
think
who
we're there
was.
yet?
Yeah, I think I heard something about a lady who was. She had some type of information and she got shot with a gun that like it just made her heart explode or something. Like it was no bullets, it was no. It just like basically gave her cancer fast as hell, and she just
Okay.
died right there.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
that's in a military official. I should have got the information, but it was some type of government official agreed with the story. He confirmed he had never seen the weapon before. It was no physical projectile. The person just like pointed like a light or a ray or something, and she started having like health issues right then and there.
Okay. That's very believable.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Like that's whoever has that, they got that shit. We don't know. We don't even know what that is.
We don't even know what that is. No. But that I don't find that far fetched.
Me neither,
Like they
bro.
we
They can
they
do
probably
that.
have that right now, bro.
They do,
Like,
bro. They can do that, bro. They don't want us to have that shit. They can do
yeah,
that, bro.
they can do that, bro. And they can probably get your ass from, like, if you're trying to hide in a building or something, that shit probably goes through walls and stuff. Like
Right.
there I get the a lot of people will be like, well, why do they hide this? Why do they hide that? Right? Um, like you said, the biggest thing that would go that could happen, right, is causing world hysteria. If the entire world is right at the edge of their seats, like, are we gonna live? Are we not?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That will cause mayhem.
Wow. That's a
So,
fact, man. I actually don't even want to talk about that too much. I'm gonna talk to you behind the scenes about an episode kind of around because a religious war may happen, bro. Depending on the severity of the, obviously if people are preoccupied with aliens, they're not gonna have time to fight a religious war. But depending on or let me not say war, some type of religious upheaval would happen, bro, for sure. For sure.
mhm.
Because, and a lot of people would say, oh well, this is happening because y'all don't believe in A, B, C, or D. So,
Mm-hmm.
you know,
Mm-hmm.
you got that side of the coin. You know, earlier we talked about the people who religion would be broken. It would be other people who are like super aggressive. Like, look at what God is doing, you know. So that's a possibility too.
People gotta. I want the viewers to kind of understand too. Like, what about people that live in the here in America? We have internet everywhere, right? Wi-Fi, McDonald's, Wi-Fi here, free Wi-Fi.
True.
In
Starbucks. Yep.
other parts of the world, they don't have access to information at their fingertips like we do, right?
Mm-hmm,
Uh,
mm-hmm.
uh, what about what about them? Does
Right.
does any,
No.
does anybody take them into consideration? Like, what?
Nah, bro. They gonna be the last to know, bro. They gonna be the ones, you know, that they gonna see the shit when it's happening, bro.
They'll see it when
Unfortunately.
it's happening. Unfortunately,
Right.
but uh, I don't want to say that. That's why I don't want to say like is none of us really know what's gonna happen, right? Nobody does.
Nah. Nah.
Nobody does. But I think it would be foolish to believe that. I think it would be foolish to believe that we're like dumber than what we think we are. Like
Right.
the humanity is actually really strong and very
They are.
like they are, brother. Like we have ways. Like think about the Flintstones era and think about the new Infinity or Mercedes. You would have never thought that would have existed at that time. You would have never thought
Right.
that, right? You would have been like, if I showed you a picture during the Stone Age of a Mercedes, you would have been like, humanity will never make that,
Right.
and we have.
Yes.
So
Humans vastly underestimate themselves.
they do. So like, how, if that's the case, what, how much more things have we, right, like, that we misguided ourselves to believe that that's impossible, that'll never happen, no way, and look at the achievements
And we doing it.
that
Right.
we're
No,
doing.
facts.
So it's
Facts.
the interesting conversation, very
No, that's a
interesting.
fact. That's a fact. It definitely is, man. And yeah, bro. We probably can wrap this up there, man. Is there I actually like, you know, which area did you want to go for the next show, man? Any suggestions or anything that you didn't cover here that you wanted to get into?
I want us to go back on those data centers or whatever. I'm
Okay, okay,
interested.
okay,
I'm interested in seeing where we're going with that.
okay, okay.
I feel like people are saying that it's gonna run us out of water or whatever. I don't
Mm,
believe that.
mm-hmm.
Um, but it's interesting because, like, when we're talking about the jobs, well, what about these data centers? They're building them. Do they need staff? Do they
True.
need, right?
Well,
Maybe if they're
not a
building,
lot.
not a lot, probably, right? But it'd be
Some.
good. Somebody's got to be there, right? If something goes wrong.
What do you think the future of that entails? Do you think that'll ultimately be, because I know you did say that you felt like that would probably do a little more harm than good.
I think it would, but I think the harm that we're really getting, that most people look away from, Steve-O, is within yourself, bro.
True,
The
true,
only thing that can stop you is yourself.
true,
You and
true.
anybody. I want even the viewers to understand that nobody can stop you but yourself. Don't think a machine. Don't think, embrace it instead of hating it. That way
Right, right,
you can ride the wave, because being in a nutshell and pouting in a corner about it isn't going to get you anywhere. So you might as well try to embrace it and see um, how you can be a part of it, right? A part of that
true.
movement. Look how we all missed out on that Bitcoin, right?
Right,
We
right.
had, when we were at the age where we at least could have worked fast foods, we could have bought 20 of them.
And put all our money into it. Yep,
You know
yep,
what I'm saying? But and we knew about it when it was $1 or
yep,
$2. We
yep.
didn't ride the wave because we didn't think that it was gonna be anything. The good thing is now we know, like, listen, put a little bit of your cookies in each jar.
Right.
You don't know what's gonna take off.
Do you invest?
Uh I did, and I cashed out. I cashed out, and the reason I did, and I want the viewers to understand this. It's not a bad investment. It's actually
Mm.
great. The reason that I got out of it was because of the COVID. The COVID
I
scared
feel
me
you.
because I said to myself, "Are they going to shut down the internet?" And I had thousands.
Oh, okay,
I
okay.
had thousands and thousands in Ethereum and in Bitcoin.
True, true.
And I said, if I wake up the next morning and the internet's down, I have no access to this, and I'm going to be pissed off. So I just secured my assets, but I do think everything that we were talking about. Actually, this should be the next segment. This should be the next segment, Steve. This is really important to talk about, right?
Hmm.
I really do believe that the next master plan that the world's going to go through, I do believe that we're going to get rid of monetary money. I
And
do
it's,
believe I do believe that we're going to go cash. I've seen here in downtown Atlanta, there's a lot of places that they're cashless. They
hmm,
only accept payment by card,
hmm.
right? Or
Yeah,
Apple
yeah.
Pay or this and that. I think that's the big before we see the aliens, before we see the world right imploding on itself, I do believe we're going to do a reset and it's
Hmm.
going to be a cashless system.
Yeah, because they already stopped giving out pennies. Don't
They
nobody get
stopped doing
pennies no
that.
more.
Yeah, nobody gives pennies anymore. And if you think about it and you look, nobody's really has cash anymore, Steve.
Hmm.
If somebody were to try to rob somebody nowadays, don't nobody have cash on them.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
know people. My sister doesn't have cash. Uh, I would say 300 out of the 365 days of the year. You know what I'm saying? She never has
Right.
cash on her. If you got to pay somebody, you Cash App them, Venmo, Zelle. There's so many options, but
Yeah,
I
man.
do believe the cash is going to go away.
Yeah, bro. We can definitely dive deeper into that, man. But yeah, bro, we got some topics set up for sure, man. I
All right.
appreciate you jumping in, bro. Great conversation, man. We gonna
Great.
expand on a whole lot of different things, man. Any last things you wanted to say, bro?
No, that's it. Just everybody have a good day. Steve-O, have a good day, and we'll see each other tomorrow, brother.
All right, that's a bet. Peace.
All right.
That was fire.